Hello everyone, welcome to this week's edition of the Foolish Fish Esoteric News with all your weekly updates on the worlds of esoteric and occult book publishing and art and paraphernalia and events. And we're starting off this week with the Kickstarter by Black Letter Press, right? Dreams of Witches, the Treadwells selection, a new book by Christina Oakley Harrington. And we're already looking at almost double what Black Letter Press were hoping to achieve with this Kickstarter. So let's have a look at the different levels here at which you can pledge. The soft cover edition is currently at €28, and then the hardcover is at €50. Here we are. Very beautiful hardcover. The artisan cloth spine edition, so I think that is known as the is known as the artisan textile edition, which I was pointing out last week how beautiful that is with the little stars in the corner there. That is going at €180, and then you've got the proper artisan goat skin quarter-bound edition, which is at let me see, it's at €470. But you can also choose to have these hand-bound artisan editions alongside some of this exclusive art by Gabby Veit, and she has created these beautiful sculptures, right? The Saturn one is gone, but Sol, Luna, Venus, Gaia, they're all still available. And if you've got the pocket for it, then you can buy these sculptures and receive the artisan edition, of which there are only going to be 35 made actually, alongside them. So yeah, very, very beautiful. You can actually have a slightly closer look at them over here. There we go. Links down below. Of course, as with everything in this overview. Next, we've got news from Miskatonic Books. Gateways Through Light and Shadow is getting a re-release. Very excited about this. Now, I know that I think it was the very first episode of the Glitch Bottle podcast that actually had Frater Ashen Shassan as the guest. Excuse me. And he was actually talking about Gateways Through Light and Shadow. Now, I wasn't at the time, I wasn't. I didn't really realize how important this work was. I was really only just starting out, right, just getting into this kind of world of occult book publishing, and it kind of just passed me by. The the paperback has been the only one that's been available since then. And I'm very, very excited to see this coming back into print. You can read all about it over here. And yeah, as I say, have a listen to that Glitch Bottle podcast, that very first episode. I'll see if I can find maybe a link to it that I can post down below. It's very, very interesting. Very, very cool stuff. All right, moving on to news from Anathema Publishing. Anathema Publishing have now released images of what their artisanal edition of the Celestial Intelligences is going to look like by Greg Kaminsky, and it's featuring this gorgeous, gorgeous art by Joseph Uccello. Joseph Uccello is one of those one or two artists just at the very top of their esoteric game. You know, I see this art and it just points to something beyond in a way that so many artists try to strive towards and don't quite achieve. I just love his work so much. So beautiful. Yeah, Celestial Intelligences, which I haven't reviewed yet because I'm reading it, right? I'm hoping to get a review out early next week, right? So Monday or Tuesday, fingers crossed. I managed to find a little bit of time between now and then to complete reading. So far, I'm enjoying it a lot. Just a little preview there. All right, and more news from Anathema Publishing is that Jack Grayle, author of the Hekateon, is also, by the way, on pre-order at Miskatonic Books in its third edition. is going to be writing, well, has written an article and is going to be featured in the upcoming third issue of volume 2 of Pillars, with the title A Wayfarer's Hearth this year. I'm very excited to read his article, as I am excited to read anything that he produces. All right, moving on to, I just wanted to show you the, as I showed you last week already, the pre-orders are still ongoing for that Pillars third issue, which you can buy directly through Anathema's own website if you're in North America, or actually probably all the Americas, and if you're in Europe, naturally through Cyclic Law, as all of Anathema's publications. Moving on to Scarlet Imprint. So Scarlet Imprint have shown us now what their soft covers and hard covers editions of Born of Blood and Fire, I beg your pardon, being an investigation of the Petwo rite. And we are getting, some lovely images, as very often Anathema release just before just as they are releasing their books. I guess some people may already start receiving their pre-ordered editions. It looks very, very lovely. Very nice. Couple of diaries. So we're coming to the end of the year, and as every year, various publishing houses produce some diaries that they think that the esoteric and occult community might enjoy, and Ignota are invariably of high quality. So the books themselves are really nice. They're paperback. I think I've reviewed the 2021 version. 2021 version, I think that's the way normal people say it. The 2022 edition is now out, and we can see some of the contents, little glimpses, should I say, of the contents. It looks quite nice. It's always very nice. The format is quite cool, the way you just go through the year, and little by little you just get given little bits of information that a follower of an esoteric path might be interested in, and it's invariably interesting and well written and well researched and good stuff. There we are. I recommend checking out the Ignota website, by the way. I mean, yes, you can buy these books through Amazon, through the book depository, and so on and so forth. Although, just a little note, if you're intending to do that, it's quite easy to buy last year's one. I know that last year, 2021, some people were trying to buy the diary and receive the 2020 edition, so do make sure that you're buying the right one. However, if you do live in the UK, or if you live close to a bookshop that might stock these, then obviously that's the right place to go and pick those up. Another company another publishing house publishing their diary of 2022. Now, this one's being quite heavily advertised on Facebook. If you're watching my channel, it's not impossible that you've seen advertisements for this on Facebook yourself. I was having a look at that, and I'm usually quite skeptical of Facebook advertised anything, to be honest with you. But having a look at this, looks like it could be useful. And there are different versions. There's just the astrological planner, as you can see here. All of this is on pre-order. And then there's this lovely dreams diary, which also dreams journal, which also looks very, very cool. And then there's the moon phase wall calendar as well. Yeah, lots of really cool stuff, which you can check out on their website. Links down below. All right. Moving on to Irving Finkel, the world's favourite British Museum curator, or favourite curator full stop, to be honest with you. If you've seen any of his stuff on YouTube, you'll know that anything that Irving Finkel puts his hand to just becomes fascinating. It's impossible to listen to the guy and not be absolutely enthralled by his storytelling skills and just his ability to make anything sound very exciting. And this is his new book called The First Ghosts, a rich history of ancient ghosts and ghost stories from the British Museum curator. Now, this one was brought to my attention through Watkins' book. So once again, if you have an opportunity to go to those local independent shops, please do so and support them. This is rather for people like me who live in remote areas of the world who can't actually get to nice places, although I am planning a trip to Watkins Books in late December, so watch out for another tour, fingers crossed. As long as they allow me into the shop at all, we'll see. Let's see. The First Ghosts, it looks like a really interesting book. And I'm quite interested about it. Irving Finkel usually does really good stuff. His introduction to cuneiform is another one that I pointed you guys to in the past. Good stuff indeed. Moving on to Taschen news. So Taschen, as you know, make beautiful art books, and the latest is the Baby Sumo. So large formats, right? 47 centimeters on 50 centimeters of H.R. Geiger's artwork. Now, I won't scroll through too much of this because I know that some of H.R. Geiger's work can be not so safe for work, but just really, really beautiful stuff. And if you like his work as much as I do, and you have a larger pocket than I do, then this might be one for you. I know that there is also going to be a smaller edition as well, which you can check out on Taschen's website. There we are. Moving on to, David Haim Smith, who has announced an end-of-year sale. Really very nice end-of-year sale, actually, looking at some of those price drops there. You can get Fountain of Wisdom, Quintessence of Secret Mercury, and the very first lightning strike of Aleph book that was published, and I always forget the name, so I wrote it down, but I've hidden it, and it's called Deep Principles of Kabbalistic Alchemy, all really, really lovely books, which I've reviewed in the past, and I recommend all three of them quite heartily, although I might say that if you're only intending to buy one of his books, it, of course, depends what you're into, but if you're not really intending to deep dive into his stuff, I can't recommend Quintessence of Secret Mercury enough. It's short articles, lots and lots of his imagery. So I'd say more of his imagery in this one than in the others, even though the others are significantly larger books, right? So this one's a little bit more accessible, I'm going to say, a little bit more pleasing to the casual browser kind of thing, whereas Fountain of Wisdom still has a bit of his drawings, of his esoteric cartography, but it's essentially a translation, and his comments on this translation. Though I will once again say that it's quite an important translation of an important work, so that might be something that you're interested in as well. That very first book, that again, Deep Principles of Kabbalistic Alchemy, has got lots of his imagery, lots of his drawings in it. It was nevertheless one of his first books ever published, and so maybe the emphasis wasn't quite so much on accessibility, and so I'd recommend this to someone who's intending to do a deep dive and who wants to get really to the core of David Haim Smith's fantastic philosophy. So go check that stuff out. The sale ends December 31st, 2021. You can also check out my reviews of all of all those books. The Ancient Home are having a massive Black Friday blowout, and I've featured the Ancient Home on my channel in the past, you know how much I love this stuff. It's yes, if you like the same kind of home decor as I do, then you might need to haggle with your life partner as I did, and and he or she may or may not allow you to pick up some stuff from here. Lots and lots of fantastic busts. You can see Dionysus here, and Hermes, and lots of others who are very cool, and Venus, of course, naturally. That's just a tiny selection of what's available here. It's very far from only being busts. You can get very cool Art Nouveau and Art Deco, and sculptures, and tables, and homeware, and frescoes, as you can see here, and tapestries, and yeah, just pretty much anything you can think of. I think they've got these fantastic sarcophagus cabinets with for keeping your drinks and glasses in, and things like this. Very, very let's say decadent, if you've got that kind of house. Right. Moving on with more stuff, more kind of Christmassy stuff. Treadwells Books have posted this picture of tea towels, which just went straight to my heart. I mean, how could I not love this kind of stuff, right? It's a perfect stocking filler. Made me absolutely decide to go and visit them this Christmas, when I hopefully COVID willing managed to visit London for the first time in 2 years. All right, we'll see how that goes. Right, moving on to the death of Hades. Oh, maybe a little word on Treadwell Books. They do ship worldwide, and you can add these towels to an order of books or incense. They do lots of incense. Go check out their website. Lots and lots of good stuff there. Moving back to the Death of Hades Contemplation deck. This is 14 cards that are issued from a series of contemplation practices by the author. There's two collaborators on this project, and yeah, using the story of Hades, Hades's story, let's go with that, have come up with this very beautiful set of 14 cards. I recommend checking out the video on this Kickstarter project. The project's I guess it's finished already, and you can already order the cards directly through here. There's a full description of how to use the cards and so on and so forth over here, and here you can get to see some of the art that is on the cards. But yes, it seems to be a full-on practice, right? Like a beginning to end contemplative practice, which seems very beautiful, very, very nicely thought out and realized, and something to check out. All right, the next tarot, but this is actually tarot, project is the Anigma Tarot, and I am completely in love with this tarot. I won't play the video for copyright reasons, but let me just show you some of these. Not that the author of the deck would claim, but YouTube just automatically do claims nowadays if anything is the same as anywhere else. But yeah, the author has been using a collage system, and the art's kind of reminding me a little bit of the tarot of the this Holy Light. Is it the Holy Light? Yeah. Which is just so beautiful. Though I was chatting on the Foolish Fish members Discord chat the other day. I think it was with D. Love Brady, who was saying that it's such a mean deck, the Tarot of the Holy Light, but it's so beautiful that one wants to use it all the time, right? And this one looks, if not as beautiful, possibly even more beautiful than that one that I was just mentioning. It is absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, the artist was talking about how the process of collage seems to fit really well with the idea of alchemy. He was saying that it's very much inspired by the Rider-Waite, but yeah, I really, really like it. I think I could probably spend quite a long time checking that out. Very, very lovely stuff. Right, yeah, let me just remember where I am and what I'm doing here. And let's move on to yet another tarot project, which I featured a couple of weeks ago, although at the time I admit I didn't really know what I was looking at. I've got a slightly better idea now, and I guess the sale makes a good sense for me to feature it today. There's this code NOV15 through which you can get 15% off directly through her website, and it's basically a tarot deck, but it's only the major arcana, but it features her art, which is gorgeous, really, really nice. It's reminding me a little bit of maybe Adrian Baxter's work, and possibly also a little bit of Joseph Uccello's work. You get that kind of inverted contrast idea. Let me just click on some of the fine art prints where you get a closer look at some of the cards. You just click on that and you'll see what I mean. Very, very delicate art style, and yet so attractive, right? Very, very nice. Yeah, so you can get the deck on its own. You can get it with the art book, which is available in two different editions, either the hardcover in black or the soft cover, which I believe is white. Excuse me. You can buy it with art prints. You can buy it with big ones, small art prints. You can, lots of different ways of of accessing this wonderful art, right? And you just need to click on the shop and choose the particular mix that you're interested in. But I was really very impressed with the artwork. Yeah, it looks very, very cool. Yeah, actually, I'm saying that it's just the major arcana. Maybe there are the minor arcana. I just haven't been able to find it. As I say, there's quite a lot on that website. But yeah, the discount code for 15% off is valid this weekend. Okay, so recording this on the 18th of November. Moving on to a few events. The Blackthorn School have announced a couple of very cool events alongside some of their digital content products there. The one that particularly attracted my attention was this one, Modern Hetera, Paganism, Eros, Magic, and the course is currently enrolling, starting on November 29th. And it's Jessica Grote, who I believe is involved with Theon Publishing. So if you're interested in that, by all means, go check out the description down below. And then this other one, which also looks very interesting, and I was very interested to see it on the same page, right? Working the Roots, Introduction to Root Work. Again, enrollment currently happening. The root work one starting on December 6th by Reverend Dr. Aaron Davis, and lasting 8 weeks. And then this one starting, November 29th. So there we are. If that sounds interesting to you, go check those out. More events. There's this DragonOak Workshops guest lectures, which is an ongoing thing, and the upcoming lectures are going to feature Jack Grayle and Jake Stratton Kent on the 1st of December and 8th of December respectively. I don't know the names of the I know the names. I don't recognize, should I say, the names of the people who are going to be accompanying them, but I can't imagine that it will be of low quality, considering that it's Jack Grayle and Jake Stratton Kent. That's quite a high recommendation for the taste of and the eye for value of the organisers of the DragonOak Workshops. So yeah, definitely one to check out. And then this is another one, which is for 2022. So this is actually September 2022, Scottish Goddess Conference, the Goddess of Witches. This one was recommended to me through the Quorea Facebook page. And yeah, that's another thing that I recommend that people just subscribe to if you're interested in anything that's of high quality, that's within the esoteric and occult realm. And this one is it looks like in truth, I don't recognize any of the names here, but again, I do trust implicitly whatever comes out of Quorea's recommendations. So that's definitely one to check out. And the prices are quite cool as well. This 133 one is if you want to sponsor other people to be able to join as well, which is a really nice thought. And that's it for the bulk of the esoteric news. As every week, I've got a board game for you, and this week it's Vagrantsong, which caught my attention. It's got this really nice 1930s art, and the theme is that you are helping ghosts, or called haints, right there, to transition into the afterlife on a train. And I've had a look at some of the reviews of this, and it seems that the rules are very easy to assimilate. Excuse me. Very easy to get your head around, which is perfect for a story-driven, campaign-driven game like this one, right? You don't want to be worrying about the 36-page rule book and what's this corner case like. You want some very simple rules. You want a nice puzzly kind of game where the rules are very clear, but the game is engaging, so that you can really be involved with the story, right? And this seems to do that really well, apparently. So yeah, it certainly caught my attention. Do check out the page itself, and also some of the reviews that have been made on the Dice Tower and others. I think that how cool is that artwork, right? How cool is it? Yeah, very, very nice. Apparently the components are really nice, and so on and so forth. So there we are. This is the particular review that I'm talking about. Z Garcia is one of the reviewers that I have a lot of respect for, and yeah, there we are. That's my news for you this week. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and it really, really helps my channel when you do, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you would like to see my videos a little bit more often in your feed, then yeah, that little bell button is the way to do that. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.